Workout day number 2 here. We've got push-ups and we've got my straight leg bridges coming up. I got closed push-ups that I've been working on a lot more lately, primarily to improve my shoulder stability. Been working a lot more on the importance of stability, realizing that I don't have as much shoulder stability as I would really like. So I've regressed my push-up technique a little bit from a kind of an archer style medicine ball, one arm working harder than the other kind of push-up, to more of a closed push-up, really focusing on getting a lot more back tension, keeping the front of my shoulders tense as well, and making sure that I'm squeezing the armpits as hard as I can through every repetition. It's making a huge difference in the amount of tension that I can bring to all of my pushing muscles, triceps, front of the shoulder, chest, all working a heck of a lot harder than when I was on a little bit more of an advanced exercise. 20 repetitions to start off. My workout log showed that I did 20, 14, and 11 reps last time, so I'm trying to backfill the second and third reps. So the first set was kind of a warm-up set. Now I'm on a little bit more onto the work set. So I had 14 here last time, and I'm trying to make some progression in the time under tension. Again, I'm keeping everything is pretty much about the same. Trying to keep my technique pretty much the same, not making any radical changes, not making any real big differences in how I'm doing the exercise. I just want to take the muscle, work it almost exactly the same way as before, and make a little bit of improvement where I can. And in this case, the strategy is a little bit more time in the second and third sets. Grinding out repetitions here, getting one more, and oh hell, one more, why not? Feeling really good today. So that went from 14 repetitions to 16 repetitions. Hey, we've got some progression already. Very good. And set number 3 coming right on up. So I'm already in the clear. Like, I've already done what I came here to do. I've already told my muscles they need to produce more energy than they have before. So I can basically make this second set the same as before, and it's already better than before. But I'm feeling pretty good today. My push-ups are feeling a lot stronger since I've been improving the stability of my shoulders. Made a hell of a difference. So I'm just going to keep pushing myself a little bit more, and I'm going to progress this set from 11 repetitions to 12 repetitions there. Yep. Also made a note of keeping my feet together. I kept my feet closer together here on the last set. Made a big difference in the challenge of the stability. So I made a note of that so I can remember for next time. And onto the bridges. I warm up here with some table bridges. Bridges are still one of my hardest exercises. It's not so much getting the exercise done. I had 3 sets of 10 last time. But remember, doing the exercise doesn't promise you any sort of progress. It's your use of tension within the exercise that matters. So I can do more advanced techniques, like with the push-ups, with the bridges, but that doesn't get me anywhere. It's more important in how you're using the tension, how you're using the muscle activation. So in my case, I'm trying to get more engagement in my hips, my glutes, my hamstrings, externally rotating the shoulders. You can see here at the bottom, my shoulders go forward, and then I'm pulling back, trying to get more tension also in my lats. It's tricky, at least for me, but I find a lot of people have trouble too with getting everything on the backside working as one solid unit. Sometimes I'll be doing these exercises and like, oh, I feel that in my hamstrings, but not so much in the glutes. And other times it's like, oh, I feel it in my glutes, not so much in my hamstrings. We want the entire backside working as one solid unit. It's almost like you don't have different individual muscles. It's just one huge muscular chain, if you will. So on to set number 2. That was a bit of a progression there. I got 11 repetitions instead of 10. So unlike before, when I had 20, and I kept it 20, and then I backfilled in the second and third sets. Since I had 3 sets of 10 on the last one, now I progress the first set and then do what I can for the second and third. And then what I'll do, because I had 11 last time, in the last set, if these are less than 11, then I'll work on backfilling this set and the following set on the next workout. So basically, I'm just kind of ratcheting up a little bit of a ramp, if you will. So I'm working hard here. Yep, 10 is definitely going to be the max for me today. You can also find areas where my range of motion is starting to suffer a little bit, starting to get really tired. I'm driving my heels straight into the ground, almost pulling back a little bit as I try and get my hamstrings to work a little bit harder as well. the bridge in particular, I'm trying to probably do too much with these. I'm trying to fix like 2 or 3 things at the same time whenever I do this exercise. Should really work on one thing. I know, like, I get a lot of comments on the YouTubes. People are like, oh, you need to do this, and you need to change this and this. There's always a million things to work on. You should always be able to look at your technique and find at least 5 to 6 things you're always able to work on. But you can only really work on 1, maybe 2 things at a time. So don't try and bite off 2 more than you can chew. There's plenty of time to work on everything over time. So anyway, this is the last set here, struggling with range of motion, but I make a note that I got 11 on the first set, 10 and 10, and I made a note to get more lats and abdominal tension as well to prevent too much of a forward pelvic tilt. There you go, folks. Let me know if you have questions down below. Be fit, live free.